So we're continuing our conversation this week regarding digital marketing. We talked about how it's important to have a digital presence. Question becomes is why? Why is it important to have a social media presence? Love it, hate it, doesn't matter. We need to be clear that it is important to have a social media presence, right? And it's a gold mine for any professional in real estate, right? Doesn't cost you anything really to have a presence, right? You build by building a strong online presence. Not only does it help you expand your reach and your brand, it also is a really good way to generate leads. Very important. And we've talked about how organic leads that come from your social media presence, from your online presence, is just as powerful as a referral from your database. It's just as good, right? Now, I'm not saying the leads that you buy, like the pay-per-click leads or the hiring a bold leads as a company and any sort of third-party generic putting out ads, generic leads for you, that's a little bit different. I'm referring to you resonating with people online that says, hey, I like this person. William's putting out some great information. Really like to connect with him because what he's saying to me resonates with me. That's what we're referring to when it comes to organic leads, right? So just how important is social media? Well, put it this way. 77% of all realtors are active on social media, which is kind of odd because I would say everyone should be, right? 99% of millennials and 90% of baby boomers start their home search online. Like, really think about that. Those are two massive generations that are moving the needle right now in our business. Millennials are really moving the business right now in the real estate market. They're the ones dictating what's going on. And 99% of them are checking online first before they make their decision. And 76% of all buyers found their home on a mobile device. Think about that. 76% of all buyers are actually on their phones finding their home for themselves. So what can we learn from that? Well, the case is we need to be online, plain and simple. If anything, you need to have a Google My Business page. That, in my opinion, is the front runner. You need to have a Google My Business page, right? Some would say maybe a Facebook page, and I would agree that having a Facebook group, a Facebook professional business page is important, yes. But when people are doing research, when people are doing, their home searches, I would say Google My Business page is more important. Right. That being said, there are other platforms that you should be looking at, right? Other platforms such as Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, right? Hey, did you know that TikTok, the average age on TikTok is between 38 and 55? Like, everyone thought it was like 12-year-olds, but no, it's not. Right now on TikTok are between 38-year-olds and 55, which is our generation, which is the millennials and the baby boomers on TikTok. Right?
Danny?
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
If I start doing TikTok, do I have to dance?
Do you want to?
No.
Then don't. Okay. Listen, that's the 12-year-old thing. Okay. I can't stand those dancing things. I really don't care for that. But why is TikTok taking off? It's because of our attention span is diminishing, right? We want things fast. We want things now. We want to see those visuals and just move on. And TikTok brings that. That's why YouTube, who's owned by Google, has YouTube Shorts, right? Which are shorter videos, right? That's why Instagram brought out Reels, because it's shorter attention span. They're under 30 seconds. Now, TikTok is now expanding that so it's no longer just 30 seconds. You can go longer than that. But that's why. It's just our attention span. We want to get the information now and fast and boom, move on, boom, boom, and move on and just keep moving on with that. And that's what it is. Now, could you put together a video that's under 30 seconds, that's informative, that's cool, that boom, 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 and creative? Yeah, it comes down to your creativity. But what I'm saying to all of you is your clients are on there. Your clients are there. Your buyers, your sellers, they're on TikTok. Are you? Are you putting in the time and effort to doing that? So I don't want you to dismiss it. It's not something that is going to go away, right? It's here to stay. Social media is here to stay. It will evolve, like everything else does. Question becomes, are you going to evolve with it, right? The next major thing or major social media would be, I would say, YouTube. Right? Every single one of you need a YouTube channel. Why? Why is YouTube important? Well, let's look at it this way. 73% of all homeowners say that they're more likely to list with a realtor that is using video. Unfortunately, only 19% of the agents out there actually creating, meaningful videos. Right? Just ask yourself, how many videos are you producing that is YouTube worthy? I'm not talking about those 30-second videos. I'm talking about like those 5 to 10-minute videos that are like, hey, this is good. This is a great video. This is information that makes sense and everyone should know about it. Are you doing that? Only 19% of you are, right? See, social media will generate more and more business for you because you're connecting with your audience, right? So the key here is, what type of videos should you be creating, right? Why do we need to create these videos? Did you realize that YouTube is the #2 search engine in the world? It's a search engine. People are actually searching. The #1 is Google. And of course, and YouTube is owned by Google. So people are searching for information on YouTube. There's 1 billion with a B every day, 1 billion people on YouTube every single day. So do you think it's a worthwhile endeavor putting a video in there? Absolutely, right? Question becomes this: Danny, what's the content? What should I put out there, right? So I'm going to give you a formula to follow, right? Very simple formula on what sort of content you can put there. Because we know that you can do, your listing videos could be something that you can create without question. Testimonial videos, I think, is outstanding. Buyer advice, seller advice, that kind of tips, hacks for sure. Community events would be another one, right? Just your housing market and local insight of what's happening in the real estate market. Key there is local insight. Right? I'm not a fan of an agent just reaming off, hey, here's the numbers for this month. This is what's happening in our marketplace. I prefer the insight that you can give, right? What is your opinion based upon the information that your MLS system is providing you? I think that is more important, right? Because again, you are catering to your tribe, to those of you that, like you and want to hear from you, right? You can do special promos and offers, like that could be a video. You can do, open houses can be a video. Live Q&A. I really like that because even on YouTube, you can do a premiere. You could be live on YouTube, right? What else can we do? Neighborhood community guides and how-to tips and tricks. But my favorite would be solving people's problems. So here's the hack that you would use. I would first start off by thinking to yourself, who's my ideal client? Who's that person that I really enjoy working with and I want to work with more? Is it a buyer? Is it a seller? Right? Is it a first-time buyer? Is it a empty nester seller? Like, be specific. Who am I looking for? Who do I want more of? Then I would ask you to, step 2 would be figure out what their issues are in today's market. Figure out what problems do they face. What are the things that they're going through, that they're facing, that is a problem. It's standing in their way from making a decision to doing what they have to do, right? Then step 3 would be figuring out a solution to that. What is your solution to solving their problem? What's Carmen's solution for that first-time home buyer? And then step 4 is give that solution life. Give it its own brand. Give it its own pizzazz. That's a unique selling proposition that you just created. So let me just do it as an example. Okay. Let's say that I want to target first-time home buyers. That's my target. I want to go after first-time home buyers. What are their problems in today's market? I would say the biggest problem that they have would be they just don't know. They don't know what to do. Should they get pre-approved? Do they need to go see a lawyer? Do they need to sign up with an agent? They have no idea what the process is in purchasing a home. That's their problem. And the advice that they're getting from Uncle Bob is not the right advice, right? So that is their problem. What's the solution that you may have? And maybe you have a first-time home buyer's guide. That's your solution. It's a first-time home buyer's guide. Right? It's a step-by-step process and how to purchase your first home, right? And as a first-time home buyer, that would be great information that I would like to obtain, right? Now I'm going to give it some pizzazz. I'm going to call it Danny's first-time home buyer's guide, the professional approach, whatever it is. Give it its own name, give it its own personality. See, now I'm taking an issue that someone has and giving them a solution. This becomes my unique selling proposition. So to really take it to the next level, now shoot a video sharing that information, talking about, hey, are you in this situation? Are you thinking of purchasing a brand new home, but don't know where to start, right? We have this solution for you. And all you need to do now is, again, offer a CTA. All we have to do now is click on the link below and we'll send you that information. And really what I'm looking at is this. I'm exchanging this information for your information. Remember, that's our goal. It's to get the contact information so they become a lead for you so that you can go out there and prospect them, right? So shooting video that solves people's problems would be a great way, a great video for your YouTube channel. It's a bit more than just, hi, look what I'm eating. That's not the idea. Remember that your videos on YouTube and your videos on LinkedIn should be more professional. It's not going to be, I have my phone, here I am, look at me, I'm making my prospecting calls, or look at me, I'm door knocking. Those are not the videos that go into YouTube and that go into LinkedIn, right? Those are absolutely fine for TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, no problems doing that. But you kind of need to separate yourself when it comes to YouTube. You almost need to make it more of a production, like a commercial, right? The beauty about this is you can take snippets out of your YouTube video and repurpose them on your other social media platforms. You can create some kind of quote cards from that video that you just created on YouTube and post them on your Instagram or on your Google My Business page, right? And that's the key, is coming up with a great video or series that informs the client, right? That's where we start. We start with, hey, what is a video series that I can have that makes sense for the consumer? I'm providing them with information and I'm being myself, right? I'm being who I am and not taking away, not, what's the word? Not being authentic. Be authentic in what you put out there. Very important. What resonates for Sadia? What resonates with you? What are those important things that resonates with you and you want to showcase to the others? Right? So be yourself when it comes to creating content. What else I hear? So a couple of tips on better videos. Add captions. Majority of the videos are actually watched without sound. So in your videos, make sure that you have a transcription that's going through, right? Most people are watching this without actually listening to it. So have some captions, right? Make sure that when recording, it is professional. So the lighting is great. The sound is amazing. Right? Don't cheap out. You need a good mic. You need some lighting. right? And also make sure you have some sort of call to action. What's that call to action? Now, when putting together a video, sometimes the call to action is right in what you're saying. You're having this great conversation, you're talking, blah, 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 and then you offer something up right there. But some of us, what we're doing is we're actually creating different call to actions separately. Like, you're dressed differently, you're in a different area, sound, boom, boom, boom. Here's my call to action. And then what's happening is your editor is putting that at the very end of the video. It's like you do your show, but then this becomes my outtake. This becomes my CTA. And you could have a number of them. You could have, like I said, one for first-time home buyers. You could have one for mover-uppers. So this unique selling proposition can be a simple 10-second, 20-second, 30-second CTA that comes at the very end of an information video, for example, or a listing video, or a community video, right? Having 3 or 4 call to actions that you can decide, all right, for this video, we're doing this amazing community video. Let's do the mover upper CTA. Perfect. Let's put that one in there. See, that would be smart. And now into the description, of course, you would have some sort of link to get people to sign up for that free first-time home buyer guide, or for that mover up or whatever. Does that make sense? You guys get what I'm saying here, right? So the content you put out there needs to resonate with the consumer. You need to have a call to action with it. And absolutely, most importantly, please be consistent. I don't care if you're doing a video a week on YouTube or 2 videos a week, just be consistent, whatever it is, right? Schedule that in, because the consistency will be the one that hurts you or helps you. If you're inconsistent in putting out video, it will hurt you. It will reflect you. But if you're consistent of doing this, this is where the social media really explodes for you. All right. Does anyone have any questions regarding this? Concerns, hallucinations?
Hi, Danny. I do have a question.
Sure.
Do you have a website where I can find stock video for like B-roll and stuff like that?
Yeah, there's tons. If you just, 2 ways you could do it. You could actually just type in stock video, right? And they'll come up, but a couple of them that I have, let me just pop it up here for you. So pixabay.com gives you photos, gives you videos, all stock that you can use. Right.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
There's a few of them, but to be honest with you, Carmen, all you have to really type in is just stock videos, and a ton of them come up.
Okay, you don't have one that you recommend. No problem. Amazing. Thanks.
Any other questions, folks?
Yeah, I actually have a question.
Go ahead, Moxie.
The segmented CTAs you were talking about, do you
Yep.
think those are effective on platforms like Facebook and TikTok? I've never done a segmented one before, so I don't know if those are very effective.
So CTAs can be standalones on Facebook if you just want it, or Instagram, just as like a 30-second, boom, here, would you like to get information? The only problem with it will be is where do they link up to get that information? Like you're on the video, you're saying, hey, we get this free first-time home buyers guide, blah, blah, blah. But you can't really say, hey, click on the link below, because on Instagram that you don't have that. What you have to say in that particular case would be go to my bio and click on the link at the bio. Same thing with TikTok. Now, what you're going to need to do now is have not in your bio, because you're doing so many different videos and talking about different things, I would suggest that the website that you use on your bio be a link tree website, okay? Link tree. The reason for that, I'll show you here, Moxie, is when you use a link tree, it's like a menu. So you can put all your CTAs in here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So your CTAs can be in here. It's like, hey, get your free first-time home buyers guide, click here, right? In fact, when you use Linktree, you can actually embed your CTA videos right in it. And then say, hey, click on the link below for you to get this free CTA, whatever it may be. So
So when someone is saying, go to my bio and click in the link, 90% of the time, they're just sending us to a dang link tree that they've customized for whatever they've added, but they have all the rest of the menu already there.
Yeah, so the best way and the easiest way is to use Linktree, because whatever you're offering in that video can be housed here, as opposed to one dimension, one thing. Does that make sense? So I'm making it easy for you. So, hey, just go to my bio and get this free offer. And then they go to the bio and then you offer up a whole bunch of different things here.
Cool.
That makes
Thank
sense?
you.
Yeah. And the beauty about Linktree is I would use that as a standard web landing page, and I would use that on all my platforms. I wouldn't put my website. That's a terrible idea, because that's one dimensional. They can only go to my website. So it limits me from offering different CTAs. But if you use a link tree and you set it up properly, the link tree, where the CTAs are in there, your website can be in there, and the integration between all the other platforms can all be there as a menu. I think it's brilliant. A link tree is absolutely brilliant, and it's free for the basic. If you want something like what I just showed you, that's going to cost you a couple of bucks. Nothing major. All right, great questions, folks. Any other questions, concerns, hallucinations? No, you guys all good? Then please unmute yourselves. Please unmute yourselves. And I'm just curious, what day is it today?
It's money making
Money
day.
making
day.
Come on, man, show me some more love. Come on, together. What day is it today?
Money making
Money
day.
making day.
Oh, that sounds sweet. Oh yeah, it's a money-making day. So what do you have to do in your business to help you move the needle? You guys are awesome. I'll talk to all of you tomorrow. Thanks so much.
Thank you.